I think the draft is the next big decision point. That comes and goes, and then we see if there is a spot. But the bottom line is, Mike, the way that free agency's played out so far, the quarterback carousel has stopped, and there are no seats for Garoppolo or Baker Mayfield, at least as it relates to a trade sending them to that location.
And you got to wonder, with egos are involved for Garoppolo and Baker of going, wow, we kind of got left off this merry-go-round, didn't we? As you said, it has stopped, and they're not in it now. It happened kind of late for Baker Mayfield. He had talked about, hey, trade me to Indy, with the Deshaun Watson thing. We thought the Browns were out of it. Then they're in it. So it's like, okay, where does he go? But there's still a couple of spots out there. But what does it say if both of those spots, Carolina and Seattle, don't bring in a Baker Mayfield or a Jimmy Garoppolo? There's that ego part of it that every player has, depends on what level you're at, of where that ego gets a little bit bruised of, boy, there's quarterback movement going on, and you know who's not part of it? Well, the guy I'm looking at in the mirror, and that's not probably a really good feeling for those two guys right now.
There was a thought in some circles that maybe Baker Mayfield needed to be humbled a little bit, and the humbling, I think, has happened when he won in Indianapolis. And Matt Ryan falls out of the sky, and they jump on Matt Ryan, and they never give Baker Mayfield a second thought. So maybe that's what Mayfield needs. I still have two scenarios, and I know we're supposed to talk about Garoppolo, but I want to deviate. I don't want to run by you my scenarios for Baker Mayfield.
All right.
One, trade him to the Lions, because I think that he fits exactly with what the Lions are trying to do. Two, he ultimately gets cut, and he makes a beeline for Pittsburgh, and he becomes the guy in Pittsburgh that he never was in Cleveland, and the Browns have to deal with him twice per year. Those are my two preferred outcomes for Baker Mayfield.
So you like the one to Pittsburgh for revenge for a guy leaving a team and then trying to nail the team he was with. That would be interesting. I don't think Pittsburgh would want any part of a Mitch Trubisky, Baker Mayfield training camp, and then one's the starter and the other one you're just waiting for one bad game when everybody starts chanting out for the backup. But I get the revenge part of you, and players do like that. The Detroit one, I know we had talked about that, and I know you had talked about that. He does fit Campbell. There's no doubt about that, and that toughness. You just have to understand, okay, you're bringing him in. What's he going to give you? We've seen great out of Baker, and we've seen horrible out of Baker. So we're still, usually by the fifth year, we have a guy kind of figured out. With Baker, I think more people are leaning toward he's not the guy we thought we were going to get with the number one pick in the draft, and he may never be that. Let's see, because I think it would be very interesting in Detroit. And then if he plays that tough guy role like he does do that, will he end up injured again?
Good year as a rookie, bad year when Freddie Kitchens was the head coach, had some mechanical issues, some flaws, he regressed. 2020, very good, especially down the stretch. Won the playoff game at Pittsburgh, almost beat the Chiefs in the divisional round, then gave the Chiefs hell again week one. It was week two when he injured himself that things went sideways for Baker Mayfield. I mean, if you can point him in the right direction and get him to not throw his body in harm's way, maybe the best is yet to come for Baker Mayfield. And good coaching, tough coaching, aggressive coaching, Mike Tomlin coaching, or Dan Campbell coaching could be what he needs. Someone to tell him like it is, and someone he will respect and defer to. I think that's been part of the problem, Mike.
Oh, I think so as well. Look what's going on in that Cleveland locker room from when he was young and the things he said and the veterans that had to cool him out to the coaches that were there and gone. There hasn't been a lot of continuity. I think Stefanski will be there for a while. I think he's a heck of a coach, but Baker hadn't had that early, and there is no doubt. Now, Campbell, we know, was a tough player, a tough tight end, and is carrying that over to the coaching mentality. He has not been a head coach very long, but it seems his team really picked up that style of play. Mike Tomlin, there's no discussion on how well he is respected by players around the league and the way he runs his ship, and everybody knows how he runs his ship.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.